Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Barry Landau's Tropical Planet. I'm Barry Landau, your host. I'm here today in a incredible older bromeliad collection. It also has cycads and orchids here in West Los Angeles. And it's an old friend. Can't mention names or locations. You know why. Security is too important these days. But we're going to look around at this collection, and I guarantee you will be impressed. He's got some of the best tillandsias and other stuff, and it's set up in this fantastic garden up a slight slope here in his backyard with these incredible lath houses. All right, let's look around. Just incredible. Look at all these latifolias and other fasciculatas. And up above there, see if we can see it, there's a super giant clump of Paliacea. Look at that. It must be 3 or 4 feet. The species, but some kind of fantastic Hoya. A long-leafed Hoya. Stunning. And then he's got, everywhere you look, he's got latifolias, tillandsia latifolias, and Rhesia sericolas, and clumps of giant stricta, the silver-leafed stricta that doesn't bloom very much. It's a wonderland. Where do you see the tectorums? Look at this incredible stuff. He's got Greek dichias and looks like a couple of nice hectia there. Let's see if we can get in on those. Look at that dichia clump, and then to the right looks like a beautiful hectia. I mean, this is just one of the clumps of latifolia. Looks like latifolia I can't think of the last name. Look at this clump of Albertiana. Beautiful little ball of Albertiana. Thank you. Alcantara imperialis, and then above that we've got what looks like I think it's a Rossii in bloom there. See if I can't go in on that. A fantastic form, looks like a form of a Lersiana, but it's one that looks more like Streptophila. And as you know, a Lersiana is most likely a natural hybrid, but look at this beautiful plant. Roof level, he's got a fantastic giant fasciculata there, but look at this lineup. You've got Heteromorpha there, but he's got several different kinds, many different kinds of tectorums. And these are old tectorums, 10, 20, 30 years old. Kinds of great latifolias and other things. A little stapiliad there, and we'll just pan up into the rest of the shade house. It's incredible here. It's like an inexpensive trip to southern Mexico. Superbum. It's a staghorn, Platycerium superbum, and he's got a few of them, but apparently recently the Santa winds knocked them down. But this is one of the ones that survived. And then below that, got a nice Schomburgkia orchid there. And then a beautiful Platycerium Wallachii, I believe it's called. See if we can't get in on those. There's the Platycerium Wallachii. And you got the beautiful clump of the orchid, Schomburgkia orchid. And of course, Tillandsias everywhere. Just hundreds and hundreds of Tillandsias. And look at this fantastic, it's about a 3.5 foot clump of the more coalescent Tillandsia doradii. Just fantastic. Fantastic clump. Looks like Tillandsia recurvifolia subsecunda, or one of the regular recurvifolias in bloom. Stunning plant. And then right next to it here, you have this great clump of heteromorpha, or heterophylla, one of the two, heteromorpha I think. Small form, but beautiful plant. Here he's got some absolutely amazing older clumps of Deuteraconia brevifolia. Once called Abromatilia, but now called Deuteraconia. And they're all 20, 30, 40 years old, incredible stuff. And look at this beautiful dickia next to it. Beautiful red dickia, I don't know what it is. And other great stuff. Here's that other dickia. And what appears to be a hectia. And here's another just fantastic Tectorum. Looks like the coalescent form of Tillandsia tectorum. Just turning in the breeze on this beautiful spring day in West Los Angeles. And I'm just going to try and get some shots that show you the extent of the garden. Higher levels here, and it's near the top. He's got this greenhouse built at the top, and just all kinds of great stuff on the outside. Tillandsia fasciculata, and more of the Deuteraconias, and Tillandsia erubescens, Tillandsia tectorum. Just incredible stuff. All these great latifolias. Everywhere you go, there's latifolias. Must be several hundred. A super giant form of Ionantha, or an Ionantha hybrid. It's at least sort of 4 or 5 inches. They're huge plants. Incredible ball clump of Tillandsia tectorum, a large form. And look at this. That's got to be 30 years old. Just amazing stuff everywhere you look. Nice old Editae, Tillandsia Editae. Kind of a beautiful red dickia, but look at this. He's got an alardia. See if we can pan up to the top. That's it, dead center. It's about 4 or 5 inches thick, but the alardia is at least 25 or 30 feet tall. Look at this crazy thing. It's still going. Unbelievable. I think it's Euphorbia Susanna. I'm not sure. Beautiful thing. About a 10-inch clump. Great. It looks like a Certizamia. I'm not sure. A nice cycad. We're in the greenhouse, and it's he's got just a few nice orchids. He's not a big orchid person, but everywhere you go, there's all these fantastic giant latifolias. Tillandsia latifolias. And how could any collection be a good bromeliad collection without Vriesia ospinae variety gruberi? And he's got this fantastic double-headed two-growth one in perfect condition and looking mighty nice. And above that, got a nice Schobberkia orchid and some other large latifolias. Clump of my favorite, Tillandsia doradii. It looks like the thinner-leaved caulescent form. Beautiful. Very special. Vriesia apennii. And this is the plant that I posted on the planets, on Planet Tillandsia and Planet Bromeliad recently. That was at our local Culver City Bromeliad Society meeting. This is the person whose plant that is. And then we got some nice other stuff here. Look at this. A nice Orlandiana variety ensign. And just Certizamias and Schomburgkias and Tillandsia latifolias. This is just crazy good. We got the side passage going towards the front yard, and you just got all kinds of great Tillandsias here. And the mean next door dog ruining our audio. Woof woof. Yard. We've got all kinds of great stuff here. Dazzlerions and Encephalitis and Diunes and Cycas revolutas and a giant ponytail palm. And everything is covered in Tillandsias. They even got many of these Alcantarias. Fantastic little blooming euphorbia with a great Tillandsia edite behind it. And this nice large clump of Tillandsia paliacea. This is a side walkway towards the street, and look at this. He's got a clump of the leafless bird of paradise. Maybe the best clump I've ever seen anywhere. I've never seen one this good, even in the botanical gardens. Full bloom, absolutely stunning. And then a fantastic clump of, looks like Deuteraconia lawrenceana, the bigger once named Abrobentilia. Just great stuff everywhere. This nice cycad. I think it's an Encephalitis. Could be a Diune, I'm not sure. Beautiful thing. We got one of his big Dazzlerions coming into bloom. Look at this thing. Wow. absolutely incredible. Sphere, Deuteraconia, brevifolia. Unbelievable. Must be at least 50 years old. And then all kinds of latifolias just growing on pieces of wood and on the ground. And then look at this stunning Forbia horrida clump. Got to be 2 feet in diameter. Just amazing. And we're in the front yard now, and there's just all kinds of stuff here. Amazing stuff. But he's got incredible a large yucca. I think it's a yucca rostrata. Got to be at least 14 to 16, maybe even 18 feet tall. And then this stunning Cycas thorazii, at least 15 or 20 feet tall, covered in tillandsias. Just amazing. Look at the Cycas thorazii. It's astonishing. It's about 20 feet tall. Fantastic. It's the key feature of the front yard. There's just bromeliads and orchids and tillandsias everywhere. It's a wonderland. Got a stunning Mea Orlandiana, some form of Orlandiana. And just surrounded by tillandsias and all kinds of great stuff. And this is the front of the garden that fronts the street. Amazing tillandsias of all kinds, fasciculatas, latifolias, sort of bed planted, even a ball of Johnsia there, and just here amidst the bromeliads and cycads up front. Look at this amazing, we've got an amazing Cycas revoluta here. My friend said that what he did at one point was it had got a rot or something, and he cut the plant at the top, the head of the plant off. It now has 13 heads. Look at this incredible thing. All kinds of tillandsias, epidendrums, stromberchias, all kinds of stuff mounted on the trunk of this fantastic Cycas thorazii. Nice big Tillandsia xerographica and a tectorum up there, and a Hoya, a variegated Hoya bella crawling into the crown of the thorazii.